Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel, where we are in constant pursuit of our best selves. Today, we are diving into something we've all danced with and entertained, even when we shouldn't: imposter syndrome. You know, that sneaky feeling that whispers you are not as awesome as everyone thinks. That icky feeling that makes you feel like you are faking it till you make it. Regardless of how often you are told that you are competent and you have earned your success, you can't seem to shake the feelings of self-doubt and feelings of not good enough. I'm here to tell you today, you are not alone. You may not feel qualified enough, or perhaps struggle with acknowledging the power of what you possess within you. You may not be the smartest person in the room. You may not always get it right, but you've done the work and you've earned your spot. So, embrace it. Stop downplaying your resourcefulness and your ability to achieve success, whatever that looks like for you. Stop doubting your own superpowers. You've had yourself convinced long enough that sooner than later, people will know and can prove that you don't belong, and you don't deserve the accolades and recognition you have gotten. Imposter syndrome has you believing that you will never measure up, and that there's no use in trying. You prefer staying under the radar instead, under the guise of being modest. This is all a lie, and we need to work on overcoming it and actually acknowledging that playing small doesn't do us any favors. Let me fill you in on a little secret. I've wrestled with imposter syndrome. This video in itself is me recognizing that about myself and figuring out how to work through it. Sometimes I've found myself wondering if I had any right to share what I do and what I had achieved. I'd hide behind humility, and I had myself convinced that it was better to hide in the shadows and keep a low profile, because nobody likes a show off, right? After grappling with self-doubt about my writing abilities for years and questioning whether the world had space for my story and the message I wished to convey, I finally summoned the courage on one morning to publish my book. Despite all the hesitations, I pressed that publish button, declaring my presence to the world. However, as you may have guessed it, that has left me wrestling with feelings of imposter syndrome, as if I'm merely pretending to be an author, although this is something I've wanted and desired since my teenage years. Reflecting on my journey, I find that I had convinced myself that I was acting out of humility by not flaunting my awards or sharing personal accomplishment over the last few years. I attributed any success to luck rather than acknowledging the hard work and dedication I'd invested. You may be listening to this and thinking, that's not me. Or you could be on the other side and thinking, that sounds eerily familiar. I want to invite you to consider moments when you've achieved success and questioned whether it was a stroke of luck, or those instances when you received applause for one thing or another, leaving you uncertain about reasons behind the cheers, or better yet, whether the applause was deserved. Imposter syndrome rears its ugly head in the form of fear of failure, self-doubt, anxiety, and perfectionism. And if you entertain any of these long enough, you will find yourself fearful of stepping into your dreams and the things that make you come alive. Because you constantly compare yourself with others and expect perfection, you will always be caught up in a vicious cycle of waiting for the perfect time, the perfect moment to take that step and jump over that chicken line that holds you back. Now that we've looked at what imposter syndrome is and how it manifests itself, what can we do about it? The first thing, acknowledge and accept it. Give yourself some credit. Celebrate those wins, big or small. You worked hard for them. So let's not pretend they just fell from the sky. You did that. Own it. The next thing, reframe your thoughts. flip the script. Instead of playing the "I'm not good enough" tape, let's blast the "I'm awesome" anthem. Challenge those negative thoughts with positive ones. You've got strengths. Show them off. Next thing, set goals and celebrate mistakes. Mistakes are gold mines of wisdom. Embrace them, learn from them, and strut forward. Remember, stumbling doesn't mean you are less fabulous. It's just part of the dance. So there you are. A little heart-to-heart on imposter syndrome. You are not alone, and you've got the tools to kick it out of your mind. If any of this hit home, throw a like, share it with your tribe, and let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for hanging out with me. You are amazing. Never forget it. See you next time.